saying it, and I don't care what people say. They can get mad at me. If Trump was in office, this would have never went down. Trump 2024. They just had a Trump rally in the South Bronx.
South Bronx, yeah, you told me that.
South Bronx.
And that's all Latins and blacks there.
Latins and blacks got tired of the Democrats scheming us and lying to us. And the Republicans said, we told you so. We told you so.
Yeah, we told you. But, hey, to all of the folks who have realized the error in their ways, we welcome you over on this side, okay? Join the side that you should have been on the whole time, the Republican side, all right? Don't let the mainstream media tell you that there's no way you should ever possibly vote Republican. Don't let an old white man tell you, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. Come on now. You gonna let an old white man tell you that? Absolutely not. We got to talk about 50 Cent today, which I'm sure most of you have heard of 50 Cent. 50 Cent, famous rapper, obviously. Guy's made a lot of money. Okay, had a big time movie as well. Get Rich or Die Trying, I believe is the name of that movie. Guy invested into Vitamin Water, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard of. Vitamin Water. 50 Cent was a big investor in Vitamin Water. I believe he sold his stake in Vitamin Water now, though. But initially was a big investor in Vitamin Water, if I remember correctly. So yeah, guys made a good amount of money in his lifetime. Okay, well, he recently had an incident that happened, and I agree with him. I 100% agree, obviously. But first, I want to show you guys this clip here from the news so you guys understand exactly what it is that triggered 50 Cent to make this type of comment. All right? Like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And let's dive in.
Well, questions being raised tonight about a new pilot program that'll give migrant families a reloadable prepaid credit card to buy food and baby supplies.
All right, it would replace the food boxes given to asylum seekers staying in hotels. Fox 5's Jessica Formoso has more on how it would all work.
Some migrant families will soon be given prepaid credit cards to buy food and baby supplies. The mayor's office says the city is partnering with Mobility Capital Finance to launch a more cost-effective program. Right now, the city has contracts with food services who provide non-perishable food boxes to shelters. They will start with 500 migrant families with children in short-term hotel stays. The cards can only be used at bodegas, grocery stores, supermarkets, and convenience stores.
We're just giving this migrant population more free stuff at the expense of New York City taxpayers.
In a statement, the mayor's office says, in part, quote, not only will this provide families with the ability to purchase fresh food of their culturally relevant diets and the baby supplies of their choosing, but the pilot program is expected to save New York City more than $600,000 per month or more than $7.2 million annually.
I'm not going to be thankful that a program that was bloated and inefficient is somehow cheaper to just give away free money to people in the hopes that they feed themselves.
According to the New York Post, this pilot program will cost the city $53 million. The amount loaded on the card will depend on the family size.
They're deflecting attention away from their incompetency, and they're not holding accountable the people that had prior contracts.
Paramalu is with artists, athletes, and activists. He says the Adams administration is setting up the migrants for failure.
Purchasing food at the supermarket is not cheap anymore. And on top of that, they don't have kitchens. So how are they going to purchase the food that they want?
The families who get these.
Also, you have to ask yourself, why isn't food cheap at the supermarkets anymore? Huh? Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that one, though.
Kitchens. So how are they going to purchase the food that they want?
The families who get these credit cards will be required to sign an affidavit swearing they will only use them for food or baby supplies. Those who violate the terms could be kicked out of the program. In Midtown, I'm Jessica from.
Yeah. So you heard that there. Giving these migrants basically free money at the taxpayers' expense because they're allegedly going to save money. Well, you know a great way to save money? Mayor Adams. Send them back. Send them all back. You shouldn't have had this policy anyway. Okay? Send them all back. You'll save all types of money. And, you know, I think the Democrats have royally messed up because, and we're going to get into this 50 Cent piece here in just a second, but I think they royally messed up because when Trump gets back in office, which I expect to happen, he's going to send them all back. But now, those same folks that live in those Democrat areas where Democrats all of a sudden had all this money to fund this and to fund that, to open this school, to open this building, to do this and do that, they're going to be expected to do that for their very communities now. The very communities that they said they had no money for before. If you guys remember, I talked about the story of Chicago and how they were opening a school that had been closed down for years because allegedly they had no funds, they had no money. It was too expensive. And then all of a sudden they did. As soon as the migrants started showing up. So what happens when those migrants leave? What happens when they all get shipped back home? You gonna keep that school open? See what I mean? Democrats are in for a load of it. A load of it. Okay. Now, let's check out the story. 50 Cent blasts Mayor Adams' plan to give prepaid credit cards to migrants by saying maybe Trump is the answer. Rapper 50 Cent. Oh, let me pause this. What in the world? Rapper 50 Cent is no fan of Mayor Adams' plan to distribute $53 million to city migrants on prepaid credit cards, blasting the idea in an Instagram post Saturday. WTF, which if you don't know what WTF means, it means what the, F word. Okay. What the F word. That's what WTF is short for. What the F, Mayor Adams? Call my phone. I don't understand how this works. Somebody explain. The rapper wrote after sharing a screen grab of the post coverage. Can't explain this. I'm stuck. Maybe Trump is the answer. The city program will offer asylum seekers at the Roosevelt Hotel with hard cash intended to help them pay for food. According to city records, the program will begin, with 500 migrant families in short-term hotel stays. A family of four could receive nearly $1,000 a month. 50 Cent, also known as Curtis James Jackson III, was once one of the biggest rappers of the 2000s. He later diversified into music production, his own clothing line, in partnership with Vitamin Water. Yeah, that's the Vitamin Water I was telling you guys about at the beginning. So yeah, there you have it. Reps for City Hall did not immediately respond to requests for comment from the post. 50 Cent, like many rappers, has long nursed an affinity for Trump and endorsed him in 2020 in the 2020 presidential election, citing a fear of tax increases. I don't want to be 20 Cent under Biden. He tested it. I didn't know that he said that. I had no clue that 50 Cent said that. I don't want to be 20 Cent. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. And, I feel like a lot of these, mainstream celebrities, right? They battle with this thing where, and I feel like this also tells you everything you need to know about everything that's going on. This also opens your eyes to what's truly happening. But a lot of these mainstream celebrities, I feel like they know who they're voting for, but they can't say it out loud because they'll be punished behind the scenes for it. I feel like that's going on. Y'all feel the same way. I feel like there's a lot of that happening. Like even with the Benny the Butcher clip that I showed you guys a while back when he was on the Breakfast Club with Charlemagne, he had said, one thing I learned throughout that situation, because he had spoke about supporting Trump previously, and he was speaking about that. He said, one of the things that I learned about that situation is that people like me aren't supposed to talk about politics. And, that got me thinking, like, why aren't you supposed to talk about politics? What happened behind the scenes? What happened behind the scenes after you said that to make you say that? Because his following statement was, another thing that I learned about that entire situation is that everybody's voting for Trump. See what I mean? Like those two things, it's just like, hold on. So somebody probably came to you and told you, you know, somebody higher up that pays you, maybe, allegedly, came to you and, you know, let you know this isn't what we do around here. You do not endorse Donald Trump at all, whatsoever. But then you also had a lot of phone calls from other folks, other celebrities, right, that were asking you about the situation, and in the midst of the conversation admitted that they secretly support Trump too. Like, that's what I think happened in that whole situation, and that's what I feel like is happening in the celebrity world, but they get reprimanded behind the scenes for saying such things out in public, which tells you everything you need to know. But, you know, people aren't buying this stuff anymore. People are not buying this stuff anymore. Check it out.
For so many black people. Black men especially.
I just think that Donald Trump, in spite of all the craziness he may have in his head, reading some of the things that he talks about with business, I can kind of agree with as far as business-wise, because I'm trying to grow my business. As far as Biden, I haven't seen Biden really care about business like that, and my concern is having my business so that I can build generational wealth, so my kids can see and have something to take upon when I'm not here.
A lot of people admire the persona, and they want to be him. You know, they want to.
So yeah, you heard it there. He mentioned that, hey, regardless of everything else, I actually kind of rock with Trump. You know what I'm saying? And even in, like, this is the weird thing about this whole 50 Cent situation. I've got a couple clips I'm going to show you, and I'll give you my thoughts here in a second. Check it out.
That's how I go. Like, you know, like, he does things and I recognize the things why he's doing.
What do you mean? Recognize
like,
what?
Like, recently he was saying something like, I got a bigger
button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nuclear button.
Yeah.
Like, that's like stuff you do in the neighborhood. Like if you know somebody got a problem with you, you'd be like, if you want a problem, no problem. You know, and he's doing, that's like he's bluffing, like you bluff. That's how you bluff, but you don't bluff with the entire world. What the? You don't do that.
You know, he'll make comments like that, right? That you just saw there, criticizing Trump allegedly bluffing, right? And then he'll also make comments like this.
They asked me to go to a portion before he got elected. They was having issues with the African American vote. You know, they asked me to pay for $500. Wanted to pay me $500,000 as a part of the campaign to just make an appearance. To go, and I was like, nah, that's not good money.
So you said no. You turned down Trump money.
Thank God. And I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, thank God.
That's not worth it. No, hell. You would be just remembering me every time you look at me.
Like, you would have been getting crushed. Yo.
So yeah, not good money. Okay. But then he'll also have moments like this, and like the one you guys saw at the very beginning of this video. He'll also have moments like this where Trump actually came on to a show with 50 Cent's rap group, who is named G Unit. Okay, this guy that you're about to see here speaking, his name is Tony Yayo. Okay, he was part of 50 Cent's rap group. Like I said, the name of the rap group was called G Unit. And Uncle Trump was there chilling with them all. Check it out. This is an old clip, so remember this.
You met Trump before? Yeah, I met Trump when I first got out of jail. He came to Drug Dealer Wednesdays with me and Ukid before he was the president.
See who I'm sitting next to? Donald Trump. Smell the money. Niggas, you know you with. It's Tony Yayo up in this. I never thought I'd be next to this guy, man.
Let him talk. Let him speak.
Shut up.
Let him speak.
I don't think they believe he's here. Mr.
Donald Trump, just say something.
I'm here, folks. I'm here. And this
Smell the money.
Great group of people.
Smell the money. Mr. Trump, are you going to buy my album June 28th? Go to the Predica Festival?
You're going to buy all your albums?
Can you buy 10 million albums?
I can buy whatever you throw at me. Whoa. And I'll be first in line to buy your album.
Thank you, sir.
Wow,
I just want to be your friend. I think 50's on your heels, Trump.
Well, he's got to be catching me pretty soon. I tell you, he's doing pretty well.
Hello?
Yo, ho, where's 50 at?
That's the boss.
I'm right here.
Oh, all right, 50.
That's
we
a
got
familiar
Donald
voice.
Trump here.
I hear you on there with the big man.
Yeah, I told him you on his heels.
How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm fine.
Well, you know, I have some kids, and myself included, but I have kids, they think you are the best, the absolute best. Tell you, my little daughter Ivanka and my son Eric, these people, they just love your music.
Wow. Man, I'm going to keep making it.
Well, you're going to keep making it. You better keep making it. I'm going to have some angry children if you don't keep making it.
Yeah.
Nice talking to you. Congratulations on the great success, man. That's amazing.
Man. So you just heard there, he'll also have moments like that, right? Where, oh, I heard you talking to the big man, you know, how you doing? You know, it's all love and giggles and everything. So that's why I think like there's something going on behind the scenes that, you know, because we're all peasants, right? We're not privy to. We have no clue what truly is happening. Now we have an idea, right? Because of the things that we actually do see and what people do say, right? As I mentioned earlier with Benny the Butcher, but I definitely think there is something going on behind the scenes, but that is changing a bit because now we are getting more and more like mainstream individuals who are coming out and saying loud and proud, I support Donald Trump, right? One of the biggest rappers really probably ever. His name is Lil Wayne. Some of you have probably heard of him as well. Lil Wayne. He emphatically supports Donald Trump without apology, right? And he's still one of the biggest rappers. Okay, so now granted, he's a little older, so you know that things are changing a little bit, but still, he's still one of the biggest rappers. If you were to ask people who some of the best rappers, Lil Wayne is going to be on that list. For sure, without a doubt. So I definitely think that mold is changing, but it is interesting to see how more and more people are speaking out and kind of like tiptoeing. One of the things that I've noticed, one of the trends that I've noticed is people saying either I don't know who I'm voting for, or you know I don't support either party. You know, like that's been like a recurring theme when I've talked to Democrats like in person. Right? Just in-person conversations with folks. Because I do have conversations with folks. That's been like a recurring thing. Y'all let me know in the comment section if you've seen or heard that same thing happening as well. Where people will say, you know, I don't know who I'm supporting. Or right? Or I don't support either candidate. You know, stuff like that. Versus before, it was, no, I'm a Biden supporter. I don't support Trump. Right? It was emphatic. Right? I don't support Donald Trump. Donald Trump is I don't see how anybody could support Donald. Now, of course, you still do have some of those folks, but I feel like the theme now is I don't know who I'm supporting, right? So I do love that shift. It's not where I would like it to be, but I love the shift, right? People are willing to say that they don't really support Joe Biden, okay? Whereas people before, it was vote blue no matter who, whatever, you know what I mean? Like everyone. It was kind of crazy how that was working. But like I said, that there is a shift going on. So yeah, y'all let me know what you thought about all of this in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.